Hey guys, Scott Lomu here from Element United. I'm joined today by Paul Barlow. If you guys have seen anything on our websites or any sort of design, anything that makes Element look good, it was probably done by Paul. So we wanted to jump on today with you guys and talk a little bit about something you've probably heard a lot about. And speaking of Paul, this logo, this even the I think the name, everything about Offset was created by Paul. So I wanted to bring him on today to talk a little bit about what is Offset. And Offset is obviously powered by Element United. You've probably seen the logo. You've probably seen someone wearing the bracelet or seen someone wearing an Offset shirt. And so we wanted to talk about what is Offset and how this can help you to get involved with what we're doing. So Paul, thanks for joining us
Yes,
today.
glad to be
So,
here.
so Offset is a brainchild of Element United, and it allows us to get into initially the carbon credit space. The carbon credit space I know is boring. Whatever your political views are, your views on global warming, whatever, throw all that out for now. We're just here to talk about what we're trying to do and the problems that we're trying to solve out there in the environment, specifically in the mining space, and how our involvement can help those who are being very, very marginalized and affected by illegal and destructive mining, and how you can be rewarded for it. And that's really one of the main things, one of the main motivators is we try to create incentive structures for people to get involved in doing the right thing, because sometimes you got to reward people or pay people to do the right thing. And the problems that we're trying to address right now are huge. They're massive, and the world is waking up to what's actually happening out there in the mining world, and we want to offer a solution for that. So Paul
Right.
Paul helped
Like,
design a lot of this structure, a lot of this
yeah.
incentive structure. So thanks for
Yeah.
joining us. I know
Yeah, of
you. I know
course.
we normally don't bring Paul on camera. He says he's bad on
Because I
camera.
am
I
bad.
think he's awesome on camera. But thanks for joining us today,
Yeah.
Paul.
Thanks for having me. Well, and like Scott mentioned, we really wanted to incentivize our users to not only help the community, but also be rewarded doing so. And so there's two main ways that people can support the offset program, which is our tiered program, our offset subscription program, which allows users to have a monthly subscription to offset their carbon footprint, which gives them also some ELMT tokens every single month. And we also have a tiered plan, so it's budget friendly, whatever fits your budget best and your needs. We also have, obviously, like Scott mentioned, the bracelets, which half the proceeds are going to be going to support Ghanaian community, and every offset purchase or bracelet purchase will also give you ELMT. And
That's great. It's just a great way. So first, let's just talk very briefly for a couple seconds about carbon credits. Most people don't know what carbon credits are, or they've heard about it, but they don't really think it applies to them. Carbon credits are basically kind of a permission slip for companies to produce a certain amount of carbon dioxide from the production of whatever it is they're making. And so carbon credits are a way for them to track and control how much carbon dioxide they're putting out there. If they don't produce as much carbon dioxide, they have excess carbon credits they can sell on the open market. You've also heard of carbon offsets, which is really what we're focusing on, which is kind of the market that tries to eliminate, has products and solutions that eliminate carbon from the atmosphere. All that's super boring. All that, most people think, oh, that's just, big companies like Apple and Tesla have to buy these carbon credits because they're such big polluters. So what we're trying to do is to create a way for individuals to take control and to be responsible for their own individual carbon footprint. Every one of us, whether you like it or not, has a carbon footprint. In fact, in the United States, the average American has a carbon footprint of about 17 tons per year. And this just comes from things like you have a car, you're running an air conditioner, you have a house, all the things that go into your lifestyle. Everybody has a carbon footprint. Now, if I were to go up to the average person and say, hey, you should go and offset your carbon footprint. They'd tell you to go pound sand. They've got too many things. The price of bread and
right,
milk is way high. Forget it. Nobody's worried about offsetting their carbon footprint right now. But we, because we're a blockchain company, have the unique ability to reward people with digital rewards for taking specific actions. And listen, it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, politically, left or right. Every one of us should be concerned about what's happening in our world. Doesn't mean you have to buy in and believe about all the global warming. Just recognize the fact that we all have a carbon footprint and we should all be aware and doing something to offset that. So because again, we're a blockchain company where there are tokens that are being produced, we have the pretty unique ability to reward people for offsetting their own carbon footprint by purchasing carbon credits from Element United that are on the blockchain. These are tokenized, verified, wonderful carbon credits that you can buy to help on a monthly basis to help offset your own carbon footprint. So, for example, give us offsetting your carbon footprint is as cheap as what? How much per month?
Like it's like your lunch, right? Like
Okay.
a lunch maybe once in a while.
Sure.
Because it's like less than $20.
So a month.
Yeah.
So less than $20 a month, you can offset a portion of your carbon footprint, and you will receive for that. What do you receive for that? So I pay $20. What do I get for that?
I mean, besides offsetting your carbon footprint, like you mentioned, you get the ELMT, right?
So you get the
token.
digital reward.
Yes.
So you get rewarded monthly for your monthly subscription.
And
Great.
you get the offset credit, which is going to be in our digital wallets, right, in the form of NFT.
Okay. So you actually get the carbon credit. You get a fractionalized, or however it works. You're going to receive the carbon credit.
Yes.
You're also going to receive our token, the ELMT token, every single month.
Yes.
Great. So you get
So it's
rewarded
like-
for being
it's-
part of the solution.
Right, exactly. For being, being eco-conscious and helping out the environment and helping people, like you're also being rewarded, and that's
And it doesn't mean you're out hugging trees. It doesn't
Right.
mean you're a far left liberal. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means you care about the world we live in. Most of the people that I know who care the most about the environment are on the opposite side politically. These are hunters
Right.
and fishers and people who love the environment. And
Oh, yeah.
one of the things I like the most about what we're doing, in addition to you getting rewarded, we like to tie these things back to having direct impact.
right.
We want what we're doing to have a direct impact on the people who are affected the most. And from my experience, as you guys know, I was a gold miner in West Africa for 5 years. I see the effect. I see what happens to the people who are the most affected by environmental destruction. And a lot of that environmental destruction has to do with mining, specifically gold mining. And the message that we try to get out as a company, Element United, is that we're all part of this problem. If you have a phone, if you have a computer, if you have anything that requires anything that's mined, which is literally everything from all the jewelry that's on your fingers and your neck to all the electronics, you're part of the problem. Now, indirectly, it's not your fault. It's just the world that we live in. But what we got to let people know is that somebody's paying a price so that we can have all this technology. Not only the environment, but there are communities and specific people who are the most affected because in this world of mining, it's a lot of illegal mining, a lot of destructive mining. And we have also, you mentioned earlier, the bracelet.
Yes.
Because what we do has to have a direct impact. We want you to know that by taking specific actions, that the environment and specific individuals will be greatly benefited by you taking these specific actions. So, Paul, tell us a little bit about this bracelet program that we've come up with.
So, as you all know, if you've been following Scott's story, you know that he's been on the TV series Jungle Gold. And like you mentioned, there was a lot of destructive mining practices that he was even a part of that he didn't even realize that he was exploiting the land and the people. And so it was a way to
I'm trying
give
to repent
back.
Of that, by the way.
And this is part of it, right?
I'm in the journey of my repentance process for that.
So we're going to have these offset bracelets where, like I mentioned, half the proceeds are going to go back to the Ghanaian community, and we're going to have these locally made there and sourced there. And so
Okay,
it's going
so
to
these
support,
bracelets, they're locally sourced and made in Ghana.
so it's going to help a local artisan. So it's going to help, that's a sustainable income for them.
You know, it's the
right?
beautiful thing about it. We've identified the village that we want to assemble these and then specific individuals. This is going to be life-changing.
Yeah.
The sourcing of these beads and the assembling of them by these communities is going to literally change their lives overnight.
Right.
I love that. What else do these bracelets do?
So in the middle, we have the offset logo on it. But on the sides of the center smart bead is what we're going to call it. It has a QR code, so it's easily, you can easily refer somebody to our page, and anybody that purchases either a subscription or a bracelet, they're all going to receive a unique referral code through email. And with that email, once you have a friend or family that's like, yeah, I want to buy a bracelet, I want to help support these Ghanaian communities, they just use your referral code as during that checkout process, and you'll both be rewarded with ELMT.
That's incredible. That the bracelet itself, we're going to pay the local villages that have been harmed by illegal and destructive mining to assemble. So that's where a lot of the cost of the bracelet, a lot of that money is going to go directly to these villages. But half the proceeds are going to reclaim some of the illegal and destructive gold mines that are surrounding these villages. And so there's direct impact. And guess what? Every time you buy a bracelet, you get rewarded ELMT, just like Paul. And we're trying to make it easy on you. So the QR code that's actually in the bead, which was a fantastic idea from Paul, which is why he's on camera today. We're going to give him credit for coming up with all this. Anyone, when you talk about this bracelet, when you share the story of, hey, there's a local village, villagers who are assembling and sourcing these beads, and guess what? When you buy one of these bracelets, it's going to help fill in these big holes that are full of mercury and oil and a lot of destructive things. You're going to be directly impacting these village. I think most of the world would want to buy this bracelet just by telling that story.
Yeah.
And we're thinking, what, $49.99 for the bracelet? But when you realize that you are then going to receive the ELMT digital reward for purchasing it, and every time you refer somebody, you're going to get more ELMT. They're going to get ELMT. You're going to get ELMT.
Yep.
Now this is just a no-brainer. Yeah. Because now we're having direct impact. You're going to be rewarded for it, and you're going to be rewarded for sharing it, which is why we put the QR code on the bracelet. We hope that the bracelet looks good and that you'll want to wear it regardless. But how many people out there can say that the bracelet that they're wearing is making them money, right? A lot of guys that I know, a lot of women I know, they all wear bracelets. And anytime I see them, I say, hey, any of those bracelets making you money? And they say no, but now you have one that looks pretty good. And we brought the other version here for
we
maybe
have two versions.
Some women, they want to wear the white one. It's a little bit smaller for smaller wrists, but these look pretty cool, I think. I would wear this. I do wear this. I've never worn a bracelet in my life, and I wear this one now because I think it looks cool and it's actually serving a purpose. So the offset program. The offset program allows you individually to offset your own carbon footprint through a monthly subscription. And every month that you pay, you're going to receive Element as well. And it's as low as $20 a month. Every time you refer somebody to the offset subscription, you're also going to earn. And now this QR code is great because it'll take you to the same landing page to where someone can either buy the subscription carbon credits or buy a bracelet. We hope that you guys will do both. Do both. You'll get rewarded twice for every month for your subscription and every time you buy or refer a bracelet. So that's what Offset is. Offset's going to grow. We've got a lot more things that we'll be developing and coming into this program. And we want you guys to get involved. We try to make it very easy for you to be involved. And the bracelet helps us to accomplish that because now you're walking around with a walking advertisement. You'll see on some sides it says it has the Element branding. And then, of course, on the two other sides, it has the QR code that makes this very easy for you to share. So, Paul, you have anything you wanted to add before we wrap this up?
Well, I'd just like to mention, too, that, the bracelets we really don't make any money from. This is just a passion project for Scott. Like I said, this is all getting back to that community that you didn't realize that you're exploiting, to be honest, right? And so this is a great way to show a real world impact and really making a difference. And it's just really a exciting passion product for us.
It is. And you're right. There's no money in this for us. This is just us creating a way to give back and to give to you, to allow you to earn our digital reward. And of course, that helps the ELMT digital reward market. More people out there that have the token. Right. So, well, thanks, guys. We appreciate you. And jump on to go to elementunited.com or.
Our bracelets, we're going to start pre-selling them, right?
And give them that website.
So this will just be offsetbracelet.com.
Offsetbracelet.com or offsetyourmother.earth. There's a lot of different websites, but elementunited.com or
offsetbracelet.com.
Offsetbracelet.com. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.